Ready Player One is a thrilling sci-fi adventure movie directed by Steven Spielberg, based on the 2011 novel by Ernest Cline. Set in a dystopian future, the film blends the real world with a virtual one, creating an immersive story about a young man's journey to find a treasure hidden in the most popular online game, the Oasis. This virtual reality game holds the promise of immense wealth and control of the entire game universe, and the stakes are high. But as with all treasures, there are challenges, obstacles, and a few dark forces trying to seize it for themselves. In the year 2045, the world is a mess. Climate change, economic collapse, and a general lack of resources have left most of humanity living in poverty, with many people desperately seeking an escape from their harsh reality. That escape comes in the form of the Oasis, a vast, fully immersive virtual reality universe, where users can escape the real world and live their lives however they choose. The Oasis was created by two tech geniuses, James Halliday and Ogden Morrow, who founded Gregarious Games, the company behind the Oasis. The virtual world is so expansive and detailed that it has become an essential part of life for almost everyone, from children to adults who spend their days exploring, gaming and socializing inside it. After James Halliday's death, he leaves behind a monumental challenge that has the entire world buzzing with excitement. In a pre-recorded video message delivered by his avatar, Anorak, Halliday announces that he has hidden a golden Easter egg somewhere within the Oasis. The first person to find the egg will inherit all of Halliday's wealth and control over the entire Oasis, a prize beyond imagination. However, the hunt to find the egg is not an easy one. To find it, players must first obtain 3 keys, each of which is hidden behind a series of intricate challenges. These challenges are based on Halliday's life, his interests, and his obsession with 80s pop culture. As time passes, the hunt attracts the attention of many players, known as Gunters, short for egg hunters. Enter Wade Watts, the protagonist of our story. Wade lives in the Stacks, a group of trailer homes stacked on top of each other, located in a decaying part of the city. His life is miserable, filled with poverty and hopelessness. Wade's parents are long gone, and he's raised by his aunt who doesn't care about him much. Wade's escape from the grim reality is the Oasis. Wade is one of the many people obsessed with Halliday's Easter egg, and he spends most of his time studying the life of Halliday, trying to decipher clues hidden within the Oasis. For years, Halliday has left behind cryptic messages, quotes, and references that the Gunters believe might lead them to the egg. Wade is brilliant, but he's just one of many. He knows that solving this puzzle could change everything, and he's willing to risk everything to find it. His life might suck in the real world, but in the Oasis, he's got a shot at glory. He says it best when he reminds himself, "I'd rather be a player than a pawn." That's Parzival's mantra, the underdog, fighting for a chance to change his fate. But Wade is not the only one interested in the egg. Nolan Sorrento, the CEO of a powerful corporation called Innovative Online Industries, IOI, has his own plans to gain control of the Oasis. Sorrento is ruthless and doesn't care about the freedom or creativity the Oasis offers. He only sees it as a way to make money. To achieve his goal, Sorrento uses an army of Sixers, indentured employees who work for the IOI and are forced to search for the egg on behalf of the company. These Sixers are determined to find the egg first and ensure that IOI takes control of the Oasis. By the way, finding a key is not as easy as it sounds. It's like trying to solve an escape room with a riddle written by an old-school nerd who loved 80s movies. And that's exactly what Halliday did. He scattered clues based on his love for 80s films, music, and trivia. But hey, if you grew up in the 80s, you'd probably hide a treasure in a Tron reference too. Wade, along with his best friend Ake, who's also a Gunter, participates in the first challenge, a seemingly unbeatable race in which players must drive through a dangerous course filled with obstacles. The race is almost impossible to win, but Wade, using his extensive knowledge of Halliday's life, discovers a way to win by driving in reverse. This clever move allows him to claim the copper key, the first of the 3 keys.
Such an honor.
The honor's all mine.
After winning the race, Parzival is joined by Arthremis, a mysterious and skilled female player whom Wade has developed a crush on, as well as Ake and other friends Daito and Sho. Together, they form a group known as the High Five, and they all celebrate their victory as their names appear on the Oasis scoreboard. However, their success does not go unnoticed by Sorrento, who becomes increasingly determined to control the Oasis for himself. He hires a mercenary named IR0K to spy on Wade and discover his true identity, hoping to use this information to manipulate him into helping IOI win the egg. Wade and Artemis, meanwhile, continue their investigation of Halliday's past, discovering that Halliday once dated Karen Kira Underwood, the wife of Ogden Morrow, Halliday's former partner. This discovery leads them to the distracted Globe nightclub, where they search for more clues about the hunt. While at the nightclub, Wade confesses his true feelings to Artemis, telling her that he's not just interested in the egg, he's also interested in her. But their moment is cut short when the IOI launches a surprise raid, attempting to capture the Gunters. Artemis, worried about her own dangerous past with the IOI, abandons Wade in the middle of the chaos, explaining that her father is deeply in debt to the IOI, and she's been living in fear of them for years. IR0K, who overhears their conversation, informs Sorrento of what he's learned. Sorrento offers Wade a deal. He'll let Wade and his friends live in peace if Wade helps him win the contest. Wade refuses the offer, and in retaliation, Sorrento bombs Wade's home, killing his Aunt Alice and her abusive boyfriend Rick in the process. After the bombing, Artemis, whose real name is Samantha Cook, takes Wade in. Together, they realize that the second challenge has to do with Halliday's regret of never pursuing a relationship with Kira. To progress, the group must find a recreation of the Overlook Hotel from The Shining, one of Halliday's favorite films. While inside the hotel, Artemis dances with Kira's avatar and wins the Jade Key, the second key in the hunt. Meanwhile, the IOI's pursuit of the Gunters intensifies. Samantha is kidnapped and taken to an IOI loyalty center, where she's forced to work off her father's debt. Wade, with the help of the High Five, manages to rescue her in a daring escape. With their help, Wade and Samantha continue the search for the third key. The third challenge is set in the castle Anorak, located on the deadly planet Doom. To win the crystal key, players must figure out the name of Halliday's favorite Atari 2600 game, which is hidden within the castle. IR0K, working for IOI, attempts to use the Orb of Ossivox to block access to the castle with a force field, but Artemis disables it. The High Five leads an army of Oasis players in a massive battle against the Sixers. After defeating Sorrento's army, Parzival destroys Samantha's avatar, allowing her to escape the IOI's clutches. At this point, Sorrento, in his desperation, detonates a powerful Cataclysm bomb, wiping out all avatars on planet Doom, including his own. Wade, however, survives because he had been given an extra life coin earlier by the curator, who runs the simulated archives of Halliday's life. This coin gives Wade a second chance. Using this extra life, Wade plays the 1980 Atari game adventure and wins the crystal key by finding Oren Robinette's Easter egg, which Halliday had hidden in the game. Wade then uses all three keys to enter a treasure room, where he is greeted by Anorak, Halliday's avatar. Anorak offers Wade a contract to sign, but Wade realizes that the contract is the same one that Morrow had been forced to sign when Halliday took control of Gregarious Games. Wade refuses to sign it, instead choosing to stand for what's right. Anorak then transforms into Halliday, who expresses his own regrets about his life and the choices he made. In a heartfelt moment, Halliday hands Wade the golden Easter egg, marking the end of the hunt. Sorrento and his subordinate Fnala Zandor are arrested for their illegal actions. Meanwhile, Ogden Morrow, the co-creator of the Oasis, reveals himself to be the curator and offers his assistance to Wade and the High Five. In the final moments of the movie, Wade decides to run the Oasis with the High Five, offering Morrow a position as a consultant. As IOI loyalty centers begin shutting down, the High Five makes a bold decision. They announce that the Oasis will be closed every Tuesday and Thursday to encourage people to spend more time in the real world, away from their screens. This move shocks many, but Wade believes that it's important for people to reconnect with reality. The movie ends with Wade and Samantha finally together, sharing a kiss as they look forward to a future where the Oasis and the real world can coexist in balance. Ready Player One is a thrilling, action-packed adventure that blends nostalgia, technology, and social commentary. The movie explores themes of identity, friendship, and the dangers of unchecked corporate power, all while delivering spectacular visuals and an engaging story. It's a roller coaster of emotions, with moments of suspense, humor, and triumph. By the end of the film, we're left with a sense of hope that, despite the challenges we face, there's always a chance to change the world for the better, especially if we work together.